Hey, what's up? I'm Rafael Di Furia, aka Rafi D is me, and I am back at it again on another beautiful, hot Friday night. Whatever. Anyway, I am at the train station here in Rovigo right now, the town and city where I currently live, and I am on my way to Rome for the very first time. I'm very excited. I'm actually going to be meeting up with a cousin there, and so hopefully I'll get to show you a little bit of that and just us kind of having some fun. From here in Rovigo, it is a single train that I can get with Italo. But before we get too much deeper into the video, just a quick message from this video sponsor. Big thank you to this week's sponsor, italki.com. italki has already been a website that I've been recommending to those of you asking me about learning Italian and learning other languages in general. But for those of you who haven't tried it out yet, if you go to go.italki.com/RafaelDiFuria, you will get $10 of free credit after you make your first purchase on there. italki is a really cool platform where you can choose whatever language you want to learn. But when we're talking specifically about Italian, and of course other languages, they are a really great website to check out because you can get a private tutor from many different places across the country, even across the globe. But in Italy, sometimes it can be a huge benefit to get a teacher from a specific area, especially if you plan to visit that area or move to that area. Because in various different regions of the country, they have a slightly different way of speaking. Not just the accent, but some places do have a very different dialect. And if you can become at least a little bit familiar with that before your arrival in Italy, or even if you're already here, it's a great resource to find teachers that can fit into your schedule. If you're only looking for that little bit of Italian to get you ready for your trip, or if you're looking to make that huge move and really settle here in Italy, having the language will make a huge difference in your experience here. You can either access them online or through one of their mobile applications on Android or iOS. All of the links will be down in the more info section below. And thank you again to italki for helping to make this video possible. And just a quick little thing for those of you who are monthly patron supporters, I wanted to thank you guys as well. And for this week, I had a lot of footage that I wasn't able to include in this video, so there will be a Patreon exclusive on rafaeldifuria.com/Patreon or patreon.com/RafaelDiFuria. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video.
Attenzione, treno in transito al binario 3.
I decided to stay overnight because when comparing prices between Italo and Trenitalia, the prices of the train, if I had gone to Rome and back in one day versus staying overnight, and even with the cost of trains and all of that, it actually was only a difference in the end of maybe €10 to actually stay there overnight and not have to come back early and be completely stressed out at the end of the day. And also one of the big benefits of taking the Italo train, it's actually a direct train from here to Roma Termini. And from my door to Roma Termini, in theory, would only be like just about 3 hours total. So with all of those positives, I figured, why not make it easy on myself this time, and especially since it's like only a very small difference between the ticket prices. Finally, I've been here in this country for 2 years, and I've been coming here to Italy since I was a kid, and this is my very first time here in Rome. Just these very first moments. I hope you can hear me, it's a little loud here. So now, the situation is I need to get to my hotel where I'm staying, and then I'm going to be meeting up with my cousin I don't even have a watch on today. I think in about an hour from now, something like that. So I need to kind of figure out where I am and figure out where I'm going. I have a rough idea where my hotel is. I think it's actually supposed to be less than 10 minutes from here. So let's see, I'll take you guys along with me. Let's see, I'll kind of figure my way out here. Because right now, this is seeming like a pretty big station. It reminds me of one of the stations a little bit in Hamburg, Germany. Just this kind of section here. So if I'm not mistaken, I need to go out this direction. I'm actually even at the point where if I get a little lost, I don't mind. Sometimes that adds a little bit of fun to the trip. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll get my Google Maps out, but I basically think I can do it. Well, I feel like those could be famous last words. A lot of shopping here. It's a cool station. And of course, first thing you see, McDonald's, you just can't escape. Absolutely impossible to escape. All right, so I came out completely in a different area than I thought I would be in. I think I'm good though. I think this should be where I need to go down. Oh, I would totally stop in here. This looks amazing. But I'm assuming my cousin and I are probably going to be eating dinner not too long from now. So let's see. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. A little outdoor kind of thing going on, some stuff. Ooh, maybe I don't know quite what I was expecting, but this doesn't quite fit into what that may or may not have been. I was kind of trying to come into this with as little expectations as possible. I actually haven't watched any videos of travel, kind of, oh God, KFC. No way. I mean, I could use a little snack, but not right now. No shortage of places to get keychains, and they seem to be like between €1 and $2.50 each. So there is a supermarket here. Before I jump in there, I think I'm gonna go to where I'm staying first. Maybe there's something a little closer, but I would doubt it because I think it must be like almost around the corner. But anyway, I wanted to thank you guys who've been my patrons, who have been helping to make videos like this possible on a monthly basis. Italki may also be helping to make this video possible, but you guys also really make a huge difference in my ability to be able to continue. So really, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart so that I can share stuff like this with you guys. It's been quite a journey so far, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes. So really, again, thank you guys so much. Oh wow, this looks really cool. I am totally taking a little detour. It's a church basilica. Probably can't go in with a camera. Oh, no flash. Okay, so if they're saying no flash, that doesn't mean no video. Wish me luck. Oh wow. Oh, it seems like they're working on their organ a little bit. Little chapel off to the side. Little underground chapel as well. Well, I mean, where else in the world are you gonna have an experience like that? All right, so I think this back street may just happen to take me to where I'm trying to get to. I have almost no clue. I've looked at a map to try to get the basic idea, but let's see. I think this is the street that I'm supposed to be on. Yeah, awesome. Okay, that was so easy to get to. I have the code to get in, so I'll get back to you in a sec. This better be it, because this looks sketchy. This is going to be fun to go through at night. Well, at least there is an elevator, but Yeah, not sure if I'll be coming back here. Seems to be comfortable. Ciao, buonasera. Di Furia.
Ah, ok.
È possibile in piedi?
A piedi tranquillamente. Okay. Poi una volta che siamo arrivati al Colosseo, quel centro è tutto vicino alla fine.
Ok, grazie mille. Well, if I can get the light on, this actually seems like it's a pretty good room. Ah, here's the light. Yeah, good sized room, that's for sure. Just curious if there's any kind of view of anything. Or do these shutters not open? Maybe, they're old school. Yeah, so, little Roman side street. All right, so I'm gonna get quickly settled into here because there's not too much to settle into. Don't really have anything I need to do here other than just set my bag down, which is already done. But I'm sure there's a few of you who might be curious just what you get for a room that's this cheap in Rome. And we're not too far from the center. I think she said the Colosseum would be like a 10-minute walk or something. I forget. Anyway, so little mini fridge. Oh, that's actually not too bad if you consider even going to like a convenience store somewhere. But still, I'm going to go to a supermarket quickly just to get what I need. Seemingly nice TV. The bathroom, functional, yes. It has been tested to confirm its functionality. The shower shall be tested quite soon. Oh, and of course, the most important thing to any American who is looking to travel abroad, there for sure is an air conditioner. It comes with a remote, so you just do that. But anyway, I'm quickly gonna run out, probably go up to that piazza where I just was. Maybe I'll ask at the front desk just if there's any better options for a supermarket. Of course, this is another reason why having some of the language is important, because here, I mean, maybe they would speak English, but I'm guessing it's possible that it might not have. It's always good to have at least some basic words and phrases. Where is the supermarket? Where is this? Where is that? Just to be able to have that kind of basic communication. Dove è un supermercato vicino di qua?
Allora, uscendo dall'albergo, sinistra, sinistra c'è via Merulana, lo stradone, e sul lato sinistro di via Merulana c'è il punto Simpli.
Ah, alla piazza?
Dopo la piazzetta, un po' verso giù.
Ok, grazie mille. Buona serata.
Buona serata anche a lei.
Ciao. This is looking pretty interesting. I mean, if you look up here, I mean, this is really something. I mean, this is just the piazza where we just were, but walking up from this angle, just getting that different angle on it, it's really something else to be able to see. All right. Open until midnight, good to know. Ooh, cookies. Now this is dangerous. I feel like this is something I should know what it is. Like, I feel like I should be embarrassed that I don't know what this is. Maybe I'll look on a map and find out. There's no crosswalk signs here, so you kind of just gotta go. That should be an interesting evening one way or the other. Alright, so it's a bit dark in here because they've already left for the day. Back out into the wilderness. Oh, and yeah, check out this elevator here. This is something else. A little small for even me to try to get into. I'm a big guy, but not huge. T for terra. What the hell? Oh, wait. There's another door in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Two sets of doors just right next to me. If I can get out. Yeah. It kind of feels like a mousetrap inside. Just that essence right there. That view. Most of the places that I've been to are smaller places because those are generally what I prefer. But so far, this might be turning into my favorite city. I like the feel, the atmosphere, the vibe. I really did enjoy Palermo, and I do like Milano. But so far, this seems more kind of my speed. Not necessarily a place I could live or imagine myself living. It's so cool. If I don't take one of those this time, I'm so taking one next time. You probably have to buy tickets at like the tabacchi or something. Usually it seems like that's how it goes in most places, that you buy the tickets out of tabacchi. Yeah, I think whatever this square is, I think this for sure will be a place that I avoid at night. I'm really glad that I'm seeing this right now during the day, just to get that kind of feeling. A lot of people kind of hanging out, sleeping on the street, even this early in the day. Also another Difuria, but we're just about to grab a bite. We're just off the metro and crazy little day, so let's see what happens.
Pizza's happening.
Oh, definitely, man. This is Italy. This is how it goes. No, that was one of the things I was like kind of slightly worried about this trip, was that we would just be in these places that are way too touristy rather than get to see something where people are off the beaten path, some real food, real life.
Yeah, I love that about Naples too, as well. Like, you go on the back streets and it's like you're kind of in somebody's house, like they're outside on the street, and they're kind of doing their thing, just sitting there, like the door's open, they're watching TV. Right. It's like an extension of their living room.
Oh no, totally. I mean, well, also this is a bit more of a southern thing in some ways. I haven't experienced that because I've never been down there, but for sure, because like you have smaller spaces that the outdoors become the indoors become outdoors. It's just where you live.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if you need fresh air and you want to get outside, it's like, why not just make it all part of your environment and not have like to be in this little box?
No, absolutely.
Right? It makes it double as comfortable.
Is that it?
Yep.
Nice. Wow, so that was really close to the metro.
Yeah. It's cool. So apparently the thing this guy did was kind of like a classic. I might be saying this totally wrong for YouTube, but I think this is.
If you want, I can cut it off. You tell me when.
I'll just say what I think. I think he was like a classically trained chef that put really cool ingredients on pizza, and that's what makes this unique. So
this place may have been featured in Eat Your Kimchi or something. I don't know. Whatever. It's another YouTube channel.
I can't comment.
It's really amazing.
That looks awesome.
Let's give it to buy the whole thing. Well, I think I'm just gonna go for a classic margarita.
Okay. If we want to split stuff too, that could be fun.
Oh yeah, we should do that. Here, apparently, you have to take a number, and they do it all by weight. For us, it's a bad sign to speak English here, man.
It would be fine. Which ones do you feel?
I think what I'm just gonna go for is mozzarella and then also potato. Just kind of simple, because I'm not so into feta.
Okay.
Although this one over here does look interesting to me, the one you pointed out with the tomatoes on top. Of course, when it is, you just have to. You have to do it right. There's no other way.
We did it right.
We did it right, and we're gonna keep doing it right the rest of the evening.
Yeah, it's just the start.
This is just the appetizer. Gotta get that gram. What was the final verdict on this pizza place?
I think it's a fun way to start the night. It's just like get some classic pizza in with a little bit of interesting flavors. It wasn't anything too bold, but I thought they did a good job with the flavor. And it's just, I don't know, if you want to do a little food tour, I think it's always good to start with like something a little more classic and just make sure you're like satisfied.
Yeah,
at the start, and then nothing else matters.
I think I agree with that. Must be genetic. No, but really, I think at this place, the pizza in general was very flavorful. Even the parts that didn't have like tons and tons of cheese on it, you still got a lot out of it. Unlike some other places you go to, just a regular pizza place, and there's nothing there. It's like it's missing its soul.
Yeah, or maybe salt is the answer. But I feel like in all those pizzas, they made sure to balance the flavors. It was like, even on the potato one, since it was a little more like mozzarella plus potatoes, they had some salt flakes on it.
Right. Well, and then also like all of them had like a little bit of olive oil on there just to get that little bit of flavor.
Yeah.
And then even there was the one that had the olives on it, so that added that little extra oliviness.
Yeah, exactly. Everything was well thought out. I wouldn't say it was like 10 out of 10 unbelievable, but I
would say as far as pizza in Italy goes, that was
pretty darn good.
Naples is next.
But
Naples
I've
is
never been to
unbelievable.
Naples.
Oh my god. That's because I was just in Naples.
Yeah.
Naples just blows my mind, so I'm really spoiled.
Well, also part of the problem is I live in the north, and pizza up north is a whole different thing. It's thick. Just thick pizza.
So it's like basically a ton of bread with a little bit of cheese and other things.
It depends. Sometimes it has a lot of cheese, sometimes it has no cheese. Or even you go to like Sicily, what they have there is they call sfincione, which basically looks like a pizza, but no cheese. All it is it's basically a poor man's pizza. Just tomato sauce, basil, and bread. No cheese, nothing.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard like Roman people sometimes just eat that for breakfast.
What pizza?
With the tomato sauce.
I've heard that too. I've never seen it. I mean, I don't know.
So you want to go to through Vatican, right?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we're here.
Yeah, cool. So Vatican.
When in Rome. What else do you get to really use that?
You're just waiting to say that all day.
No, that literally just came to me.
Yeah.
Person.
Yeah. 3D.
But it can really broaden your horizons, and having the language of the locals really makes a difference in day-to-day life. That's something I struggle with because I don't always have to speak in Italian. It's because a lot of my day is spent speaking English for work. My Italian has suffered because of that.
But aren't you moving to a more Italian city now where like it's smaller and you have to speak Italian?
Yeah, no. So where I am now, it's necessary.
And in a way, like I think it's the ability to connect with people, because like if you're passive, if you're always like passive or if you're outside of the group, like it's never as much fun for you or the other people. But like,
No, absolutely.
I think it just makes the whole experience a lot more fun. Like you meet new people and like.
No, you get to experience a whole new side of not just life, but the world once you expand into another language.
Or meet people from countries where there's that common language that you can take part in. So, for example.
No, that's actually it's both a blessing and a curse to be born as a native English speaker, because we can go so many places, but at the same time it can be a crutch to learn anything else.
Yeah, 30 for you is like, it would be nice. For them, it's like, it gives a lot of people a lot more opportunity in the world. It's just true, and it's something I realized after being outside of the States. The lighting here is so perfect right now.
This is gorgeous. This is really a beautiful place. But Rome at night, a little bit of a different city. Just that little bit of darkness added.
I like it more.
Me too. It adds an extra flavor.
It's so funny comparing the difference between here and Naples. Like this feels so quiet compared to Naples.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Naples, it's like there's honking and it's like everybody's talking louder. It's more cramped. Like the density would be like a street width would be like this, and there'd be a car, and there'd be people walking on both sides, and it's like you're sort of always observing the stuff around you.
Interesting.
And here there's a lot more empty space, and it's filled with a lot less stuff.
And I'm actually surprised at how wide these streets are. Like,
yeah, this is overkill. I miss the Naples vibe, because it's like it's loud and it's dirty and it's fun and it's like sometimes annoying, but it's like you really feel like you're part of the pulse of the whole place. And here it's kind of like you're just a visitor in like a quiet town that also happens to have like all this ancient history.
Unfortunately, I think that's a lot of places in Italy that have just been taken over by tourists. That it's become a destination, and some of the, I mean, I can't say about Rome specifically. I can say this for sure about other places. It's just been overrun and taken over, and it doesn't have that same feel of that it's this Italian city. But I mean, since I've been here, since I got to the train station, I feel like really I've only heard tourists speaking, very few Italians by comparison.
Hello and good morning. It is the next day, and wow, yeah, yesterday was quite a day. It was a lot of fun to get to see my cousin just after 9:30. I need to check out of my hotel room by 10, so I'm going to be getting out of here real soon. But yeah, it was a fun day yesterday. Later on, as the evening kind of went on, I didn't film as much, but I wanted to try to catch as much as possible. It was a really great day to be able to see my cousin. We're just about to meet up to kind of have a last little morning. Well, we're adults now, so we are going for brunch. Basically just a late breakfast, because both of us wanted to sleep this morning. Because we sat on a piazza just chatting until maybe, I don't know, just a little after 1 a.m. last night, just kind of like, oh, everything's closed. Maybe it's time to head back now. We did it Italian style. We did it right. I haven't seen him in a few years. It was great sharing that meal with him. Kind of a cool thing to get to experience that and get to hang out as adults now, because we haven't really spent any time together since we were children. Oh, and I never quite gave the little mini review of what's it called, Trapazino. The bread was out of this world, much better in my opinion than the meatball. So with that meatball, I would say kind of a little bit overrated, but it wasn't bad by any means. I actually liked it, but it felt a bit touristy to me. It didn't feel like a real Roman kind of thing. Again, it wasn't bad at all. I just think I've had things that I've enjoyed more that were along those lines. Probably stuff I've made at home. But the bread really was delicious. I didn't end up getting in last night until just before 2 o'clock because we walked basically from the center, basically a 40-minute walk. It was interesting to see. We went, this is the one part of the night that I really regret not having my camera on. We actually walked up by the Colosseum. But on the way to the Colosseum, we had a very interesting experience. We were asked for our documents, just walking around in the middle of the night. For those of you who've been in Italy, lived in Italy, this is not so out of the norm. You know, this is something that can happen if you're out at night or whatever, even in the middle of the afternoon. It was only afterwards that we realized probably why they were asking us for our documents. I mean, I was trying to figure it out while we were standing waiting for the police to take down our information, but we were just walking. That's all we were doing. Nothing was going on, just having a good evening. I was thinking maybe it's something to do with two guys in their 20s out in the evening, just kind of late at night. Almost nobody was around. So I was thinking maybe that had something to do with it. But then after it occurred to me what had happened, what was it, just last week? A murdered carabinieri, the murdered police officer, National Guard officer. So it made sense why they stopped two young guys. Just so happens that my cousin is from California, so I'm sure that must have raised a little bit of a red flag because he had his California ID with him. But all in all, it was fine in the end. I double checked with the police that there was nothing, no problems or anything. They're like, yeah, no, it's fine. Shook the police officer's hand. Very friendly guy, very nice guy, and just got back to where I'm staying. So I thought that was actually quite interesting to experience that there has been that little bit of heightened awareness. Unfortunately, due to what happened, a very sad situation. So yeah, that's one thing to kind of just be a little bit aware of while you're in Italy, is that things do work differently here. Those just regular parts of daily life in the States aren't the same here. So if the police here in Italy ask you for your documentation, your ID, you should be ready to hand that over to them. Always carry your passport if you're here, or if you have your carta d'identità. Unfamiliar with these things. It's just something to keep in mind that this can happen. This is not the first time I've been asked for my documents in Italy, and it's not something I personally think about. It's just kind of like, this is how it is, not this is horrible. It's just like, whatever, this is part of life here. And if you let that kind of take over and annoy you and ruin your trip, then it's a real shame. But this is something that can happen. So I mean, it's unlikely that it's going to happen to you. It's totally normal and totally routine. Well, this is also assuming you haven't really been doing anything to warrant them really to come over and talk to you. In general, though, if they just approach you in the street and just ask you for your documentation, it's normal. All in all, though, it was a really fun trip. I can't wait to get back home. I'm not a fan of cities, but Rome actually was really cool. And it was really cool to be able to walk through the city at like after 1 a.m. and to see everything quiet and just relaxed. And both my cousin and I don't know if I recorded this part, but we actually both preferred it in the night rather than in the day. Like, I only really got here at the end of the day anyway, but much preferred it. Beautiful lighting, gorgeous. I can't wait to come back. I would love to like do a photo shoot here, like take pictures of something, because I used to do some photography, some portraiture work. Now I mostly just do street photography and post it on Instagram, so if you're not following me, at Rafael Di Furia. Anyway, I'm going to end this video off here. Thank you all so much for joining me on another beautiful Friday night, and thank you again to italki for making this video possible, as well as the monthly patrons who have been helping to make videos like these. And if you would like to join and help make videos like this possible about moving to Italy, Italian dual citizenship, and living life abroad, please consider becoming a monthly patron over on Patreon. You can go to rafaeldifuria.com/Patreon, Or if you can only help out one time, you can go to rafaeldifuria.com/support. And of course, be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Of course, I'm Rafael Di Furia, aka Rafi D is me, and I'll see you all next Friday. Later.